Given the England-India series has started, I thought we could talk about a player who I'm really excited about and to see how they get on in the series. Jaiswal has been on the radar for a while and has had some early success in Test cricket, but in this video we'll see if he's India's next superstar and assess his game. Firstly, let's look at his stats, and they make for some reading. 19 first-class matches, 10 hundreds and an average of 72 shows how good he is in the domestic circuit. And he followed that up with a ton on debut versus West Indies. Although he struggled a bit in South Africa, and who didn't, he scored a Bazball-esque 80 in the first Test versus England, so overall a great start. Great stats, mountains of domestic runs at a young age, and an incredible start to his Test career. Does that remind you of anyone? But after looking at his technique, I think he's better placed to succeed than Prithvi Shaw. Prithvi Shaw, for all his talent, technique-wise backed away and exposed his off-stump. And we saw him get bowled a lot. Whilst he could get away with it in India, in conditions abroad, it didn't quite work. When I watched Jaiswal bat against pace, although he is very aggressive, he has a setup which doesn't expose his stumps, and you feel like he can trust his defence for balls that will move back in at him. The only issue I've seen against pace is that against back of the length rising balls, he does seem to fender it where he could leave it, although that's from a small sample size in South Africa on tough pitches. Furthermore, just how aggressive he is may not always help, and he may have to temper this to build scores abroad on tough tracks. But I do like the fact that he has all the shots against pace in his armoury, including the cut and the pull versus the short ball. Against spin, again he has all the shots, he can go over cover, and he also employs the sweep and the slog sweep to good effect. So far he has scored runs on turning pitches, so can handle the conditions. The real test will be when we get a sample size of him in foreign conditions. So why is he India's next superstar? Firstly, IPL and T20 success. He's already shown he can compete with the best in the T20 format, matching Joss Buttler stroke for stroke in the IPL. With 635 runs at an average of 48 and a strike rate of 163, alongside a T20 I100 already, he's shown that he can be a dominant player in the shorter forms. Secondly, scoring runs abroad and in all formats. A lot of India fans judge players on the runs they score away from home, especially in Test matches. For example, Pant and Kohli, whilst had shorter form success, what has made them so clutch is the runs they score in all conditions for India. So given his talent, I would expect him to score Test match runs across the world, and this will be what takes him from good to being India's next superstar. Lastly, at 22, he has a chance to play for India for the next 15 years, and that's what defines superstardom. It's being consistent for that period of time, and people go through phases of their life knowing that one player has defined their cricket watching throughout this period, which people say about the likes of Kohli and Tendulkar. So that's why I think Jaiswal could be India's next superstar, but there are also other players in India who could also take this mantle. But let me know what you think in the comments, and if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, it'd really help me out.